butter, put the garlic in and the herbs, and then you whip it up and herb butter.
Okay.
And it's the same principle, but instead of herbs and garlic, you put onion in it. I'm obsessed, Mom. It's like eating ice cream. It's like eating warm ice cream, but the ice cream isn't melted. So it still has its form and everything, and it's so... Oh. Anyway. Mind blown. So we meet up with Z at this place that had a replica of the Eiffel Tower. It was a fountain, but the fountain wasn't working because it was cold.
Oh, okay. Now, did you take a picture of Z?
I didn't take a picture of anybody because I didn't get their consent to take pictures.
You're supposed to take a big group picture.
Well, we didn't. So,
okay. All right.
I got a picture of Haley. So this is the hot pot
so
place.
So now I still don't know what Z. This is the sushi place.
The hot pot. So the difference between sushi has sushi. Hot pot has whatever you want to put into your soup.
Oh, okay.
It also has sushi because the same people who would eat hot pot would eat sushi.
Okay.
But it's not a sushi restaurant. It is a hot pot. So you go in and you sit down at a booth or a table, and the table or booth will have 4 like little stoves like built into the table. Are you listening?
Mm-hmm, I am.
And you could control the temperature of your little stove, and it's electric, so there's no like flame or anything. And when you get there, there's a conveyor belt, like at Conveyor Belt Sushi, and it has like the stuff you could put into your soup. So when you get there, you decide, okay, I want something alcoholic. I don't want something alcoholic.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
You can get a small plate. They didn't have small plates until 12:30, and we got there at noon, so the small plates weren't ready. And small plates were like chicken tenders and fries, chicken gazzo, some fish thing, and like pork cutlets and stuff, which are things like people do occasionally put in their soup, but is intended to be like an appetizer before your soup.
Yeah.
Because in most Asian cultures, the soup is like the main meal. And then you can decide what kind of broth you want for your soup. And I kind of wanted to try the spicy one, but then I decided, you know what, this is a whole lot of new stuff right now. I'm just gonna stick to the basics. Got me some chicken broth. Haley and Z got veggie broth, and a guy comes by from the kitchen, and he puts the bowl in your little stove thing, and it heats up, and it cooks, and then as the conveyor belt goes by, you just like conveyor belt sushi, you just grab what you want. I took a picture. Well, this is what the inside of it looked like, because they basically just opened.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we left, this place was packed. I just thought it was hilarious. Just clams, just a whole thing of clams. Like, you want some clam soup? Just a whole thing of clams. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, here's all that I put in my soup. So that is rice noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken dumplings, and tofu skins, because that was what was in the kitsune udon,
Mm-hmm.
and then ramen noodles in case I didn't like these.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up liking these a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
I also tried bok choy because I know that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I didn't like it. I liked what it did to the broth. I did not like the taste or the texture.
Okay, because Lorraine always wanted me to get that. She said it's healthier than regular lettuce.
It is,
Whatever.
but I didn't like the taste of it.
So
I loved what it did to the broth, though. Okay. Z and Haley told me that at the sauce station, because there's a sauce station where you're like your soy sauce, your wasabi, and things like that, or there was green onion and normal onion and garlic. So I immediately went over there because I wanted to add that to my soup, and I did. And this is what my final soup looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was really good. We hung out and talked. Z was going to go to the puppet museum with us, but then he decided that he was. So Z's parents are picky eaters in like opposite directions. But they were like, our New Year's resolution is we're going to try new things. However, the mom wants to cook what the mom wants to cook. The dad wants to cook what the dad wants to cook. So they're both relying on Z to expand their palate. And so Z is going to make them something, but it takes an hour of prep, and he's never made it before. So he couldn't come with us to the puppet museum. And as sort of a sorry I can't go with you to the puppet museum, we went to a bakery, which is Korean. We went to a Korean bakery, so they had like Korean baked goods as well as like American baked goods, and some American baked goods with a Korean twist, like these matcha donuts that I tried, which is donuts with matcha flavored icing, and it was very tasty. I liked it. I wanted to get a mooncake.
Did you bring any back from you?
No.
Okay.
I
What is a
want-
mooncake?
A mooncake is a traditional Chinese New Year like dessert that has
We could have that for our Thanksgiving.
no. Chinese and Japanese are different.
Okay.
Like no, Mom, they had a whole war about this.
Okay.
They really don't like getting mixed up.
Okay.
Like to the point where a Japanese character in a Japanese video game had like the Rising Sun logo on his shoes. That character got censored in China because China does not like the Rising Sun logo from Japan. It is that deep. It is that aggressive. It is that bad.
Okay.
We do not mix up Chinese and Japanese.
Okay, you were gonna
So-
get a mooncake, but you didn't because
Someone shoved me because no one in Atlanta knows what flow of traffic means, and I was just like, oh, I'm in the way, I should move, and then I bumped in because I got shoved. I was like, oh, I'm in the way, I'm sorry, and I bumped into somebody, and I had a slight panic, and I made a beeline for Haley and Z because they were done shopping, so they were just like at the end of the line talking to each other, and I was browsing. I was just like, goodbye. I'm having a bad day. Not a bad day, but like that was my stress was up to here. I wanted it to be here, but it was up to here. And it's
let me ask you,
What?
where is Z from? Where did she meet him?
college.
Okay, go ahead. Now your stress level was way up there. Then
And
now what?
And then, so then I ate my donut. I felt better. I felt less stressed. We all just kept talking and hanging out until the Uber showed up because Z was supposed to drive us to the puppet museum, but because he couldn't, we had to go get an Uber. We get to the puppet museum, and it's so fun. It's so fun, Mom. Like, no. There's a giant, like... So, like, here's the entrance to the puppet museum. You have to go up a zigzaggy kind of ramp.
I don't have that one.
Okay.
Anything with you or Haley in it, I want it.
Okay, well, anyway, there's a giant fuck-off big bird nest that you can just sit in.
Send me that.
So Haley took my picture. I took her picture. And I'm over here. And my plan is I'm going to Photoshop us into the same thing. Maria is calling.
Just one of them jogging home.